What is up, my crazy crew? Welcome back to the TheFairNugget. I'm your host, Zach. It's nice to see you all again. And in today's video, we're going to be checking out a few HIO games. First one, we're going to start off with Do Not Take This Cat Home. And I already set my preferences. Is there? I loaded in the game, which very, very loud. So that we're just going to get right into it. We got a couple other games lined up, but we'll get into them. Let's go. Alright, this is Do Not Take This Guy Home. There's not a lot to it, but this looks like a cool game. Come on, we want to take that cat home. What could go horrible? What could go wrong taking a random cat home? I only got 4 of them. You can you find a cat on your day off. From there, you decide what happens next. Well, do you? Content trigger warnings, content spoilers. Interesting. Alright, so arrow keys to navigate, escape to this is the game menu. Control this bit. Alright, so it looks like it might be just a point and click game. Edits. If you're interested in the art and stuff, go here. Question mark, question mark. Alright, let's go. You're having a great day as usual. Yes. Well, it's raining. Can't be a good day. It's raining. Oh, great. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out. But in the middle of your walk, it starts to rain. Typical, but maybe this is a sign that you should have stayed home today. Maybe. Yeah, you can always try again tomorrow. Right. He turned to head home when meow. Oh, what was that? There are only a few people around here on the street. It makes sense due to the increase of missing persons around the area recently. Oh, that and the weather. Hmm. Hmm. But none of them react to that sound at all. Curiosity guiding your steps, you follow the sound to an entrance of a dark, dingy alleyway, and you timidly enter the alley, and walk forward. The ground, dampened by the rain, makes your steps sound louder and more confident than you actually feel. Meow meow. Finally, the sound source comes into view in the cold, dim light of the alley. At the end of the alley, in a big cardboard box, it's a cat. Guess that should have been obvious. It's an interesting looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes shine like gold among the dark sea of its black fur. It puts its front paws up on the edge of the box and looks up at you. Meow. You. So cute. And it definitely knows it. You've never had much of an opinion one way or another about cats before. But if they're all like this one, it's a shock they haven't already found a way to rule the road. Oh, foresight. You don't think you'd mind bowing down to the feline overlook? Meow. You look around the alleyway with a small frown. You'll leash a cat in a cardboard box these days, anyways. Wouldn't they just jump out and leave the box eventually? The cat doesn't answer you, obviously. He also doesn't do as you suggest and leave the box. It's just looking at you, as if waiting for you to make it the next move. Eeny, meeny, money. I take the cat home. It's raining. It's cold out. Yeah. You know what? You reach into the box and pick up the cat, holding it out in front of you. Why not? Meow. You're all alone, and well, I'm kind of in the same boat as myself, so you bring the cat close. You didn't realize it was shivering until just then, but it slowly breathes easier as it presses into your chest. Why not stick together, right? At least for a little while. Purr, purr. It could take a little while, but probably more like a day. You'll be responsible. You'll be responsible and take it to a shelter tomorrow. But for now, let's get you out of the rain, okay? Meow. Stop by a small local pet shop, some cat food, and head back home. You live in a modest apartment. One bedroom, one bathroom. one you living alone in it. So it feels weird having another living being inside it after so long, even if it's just a cat. After locking the front door, placing the cat on the floor, you watch for a moment as it curiously explores the new environment. Leaving it the feline to its own devices, you set about making the both of you some dinner. You take out a can of cat food and open it with the tab on the top. You put some cat food on a saucer and click your tongue to call the cat over to you. And it perks up your beckoning and rushes over. Looks at the plate of food and it completely ignores it. You're not hungry, I guess. You try not to let it annoy you. The cat doesn't understand the concept of money to appreciate that you spent your hard-earned cash on it. No, fuck. Not hungry, guys? Yeah, okay. You're done. I don't want to go back one. No, okay. Yep. I hurt on your cash. It's just a cat after all. I'll just leave it here for you. If you get hungry later, okay. You got ribs. It's sprawled against your legs with a purr. You smile. That's enough of a thanks for you. He follows you into the kitchen as you start making your own dinner. And you say that you have enough ingredients for a sandwich. Bread, toasted, mayo and mustard spread. Turkey and cheese and lettuce perfectly placed. Tomato sliced. Ow. You wince as you cut your finger on the knife while slicing a tomato. Stupid. You feel a little bit for such a blunder inside, tossing the knife onto the counterboard cutting board. You're about to head to the bathroom for a bandage when the cat hops on the counter. It sniffs the knife and meows almost pointedly at you. Don't worry, I'm alright. It was just her. You watch it as the cat starts to lick lightly but enthusiastically at the blood on the knife. At your blood. You're so shocked that by the time you come to your senses, the knife has been completely licked clean. The cat sits back and staring at you. You feel a little uneasy. Sure, cats are meat-eating predators, but that was a little weird, right? So you're no cat expert, but that was definitely not something an ordinary cat would do. Right? Meow. Well, regardless, you're not about to abandon the cat in need while it's still raining outside, not after all your efforts. You were going to take it to the shelter tomorrow anyway. What's one night of awkwardness? Weird or not, it's just a cat. The rest of the evening, unfortunately, goes downhill from there. Even after covering up your fingers cut with a bandage, the cat keeps trying to lick at the wound. While you're eating your sandwich, while you're cleaning up the kitchen, while you're trying to watch TV, you gently push it away every time, but you're starting to get worried at the strange behavior. What if it's not got a good taste for blood and thinks you're food now? You're not sure what you'll do if it starts to get more aggressive. You keep thinking about the canned food sitting in the counter, untouched. Meow, meow, meow. Come on, enough already. You shove it away a little more forcefully this time, out of annoyance. You feel bad immediately, but before you can do anything, the cat meows sharply at you and dashes off around the corner into the hall. You sigh deeply. At this point, you're just worried that it's going to take a bite out of you in your sleep. Maybe a vet will have an idea of how to calm it down. You're gonna hope, only hope, you don't have many other options left other than tossing the cat out in the rain. After finding the number of a local pet, you pick up your landline and the lights just went out. Great, just great. Rain must have knocked out the power. You check your cell phone only to find it's out of batteries. You must have forgotten to charge it before leaving out earlier. The outing had man, this cat is smart. Definitely a cat. The outing had been so spurred at the moment that it had no doubt messed with your usual routine. You grab a flashlight, turn it on. It's quiet. Too quiet. Did the rain stop? But then, where did the power go? Man. Like I said, I try to pitch rack. What time is it? You turn to check the clock. Man, that cat sits on top of your digital clock, staring at you. Help, kill, kill, help, kill, kill, help, kill, kill, help, help. I have a cat that stares at you, it's like it's judging you. And Sage will draw up a photo right here of it. I'll have one for it. Thinking now, you realize the clock shouldn't be working at all with that power outage, but the numbers are lit up and completely going completely haywire. Cat stares at you, completely still. You'd think it was a statue if you didn't know any better. It's not giving off any indication that it's alive. It's not blinking. It's not even breathing. But its eyes. This is this isn't normal. You're afraid. You want to run, but you're afraid of letting the cat out of your sight. You consider tossing the cat out after all. But as soon as the thought enters your head, you feel a sharp urge to vomit. Yeah, you can't ditch the cat, man. You're stuck with them for life. Its eyes hold you still. You with your flashlight trained on it. Its pupils are large, round, icky pits. The flashlight flickers. The cat is gone. And fear immediately grips your mind. And it's stuck at midnight. The silence, punctuated with the rapid pounding of your blood in your heart, is overwritten as your ears slowly start to pick up the sound of static all around you. How is the hawk working with no power? You don't know why such a question matters at the moment. What you feel as if having the answer will make sense out of everything that's happened. The order will be restored, but no answer comes to my mind. To mind. You back away from the clock and feel as if the air itself coils tightly and it, abruptly it responds. Like a predator prepared to pounce, but waiting for your next move. But you're afraid to move. But you're afraid to move, and you're afraid to even take a breath. But you can't stay here forever, right? Whatever's watching, you can already feel it's impatient. It's too eager. Ugh. You don't know how you know this, but you can sense it is as clearly as if it had whispered, "Let's play," right into your ear, right into your soul. It won't let you wait it out. Not that you can even, not that you could, even if you did. You can't stay here. You have to run. With this start, a sudden primal instinct awakens within you, making you tear yourself into a hasty burst of action. But you're still weak from the fears gripped on your mind. Your legs tangle together under you in your haste, and you fall to the ground. Ow. A sharp pain explodes in the center of your foot. At first, you think you've broken your ankle, but something warm and wet trickles out down the length of your foot, pulling underneath it. And you hear the sound of metal scraping on the tires after skidding across the floor, as if it had been kicked. Winded from your fall, you looked up in a daze, see the object glittering in a strange light coming in from outside. Light pouring in from your now open front door. Thoughts of how, when, who, what in regards to your inexplicable open door screech to a halt. As your brain finally identifies the metallic object you've been staring at, it's your kitchen knife. And it's still tinted red from your earlier blunder, but that's not right. And they completely licked clean by you gulped dryly at the pain in your foot. You barely have time to wonder how the knife ended up on your living room floor to be stepped on. Instead of you resting on your cutting board in the kitchen where you'd left it, you spy something in the darkness just beyond the knife. It spies right back at you. A pair of glowing golden eyes come from as the cat emerges from the shadows into the light from your doorway. It pads lightly over to the knife as it's skipping in delight. It bends down to lap at the blood dripping from the knife of the blade. Ah! Your senses slowly begin to overwhelm you. The chill of the air as it starts to suffocate you under its weight. The sound of your shaky breaths discordant against the static now piercing your skull. The dryness on your tongue spreading into your throat. That incomprehensive sight of the stray you'd taken in, licking away at your kitchen knife, once again completely clean. The scent of blood fresh from the fresh wound on your foot. Blood. Now, golden eyes slide up to you as if it responds to your sudden realization blood. You're hurt. Your foot is bleeding. You're bleeding. You're bleeding. You can't barely move, shouldering, twitching as if it's just pursuing the act of pouncing forward. But you're already on your feet, and you're out the door. You run or rather limp down the empty street. The sky is black and bleeding red. But there's a strange light emitting from nowhere that casts everything else in white. The houses, the trees, the road, even you, everything except your blood. You can just barely glimpse the blood imprints your injured foot leaves in your wake with every impact it makes with the ground. It hurts, it hurts. But you can't stop, you don't stop. And not when the shadow grows around you. Not when you feel the gaze of eyes all over you. Now, when the road ahead of you is darkened by a long shadow or something behind you. Even then, you don't stop running because if that cat's right there ahead of you, then what in the road is behind you? Keep running. Huh? Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. Ending 0, it begins. Ooh. Uh, actually, what ending do we get? Yeah. Oh my god, there's so many. What happened do you think? Anyway, you can't really remember what happened. You know what? Let's do another one. Main menu. Yes. Uh, New. So what happens if we sunlight only just manages to reach down in between the tall buildings? You timidly walk forward. Yep. Meow. Alright, we already went through all this. So what if I choose to not take you home? I didn't realize I could have been saving this with him. Sally, as good as it is, you'd never take this thing home with you. You just can't take it home with you. You're a responsible adult. No? You are rent bills to be paid for. Not to mention you need to buy food to survive too. There's no way you could care for a cat long term, right? You can barely afford this little outing on your day off. Well, what to do? The cat must be hungry, right? You can't imagine that it had much to eat if it's so attached to the box it's in. No, it doesn't exactly seem malnourished either. Surely it must have left the box to search for food then. For some reason, something in the back of your mind tells you that's not the case, and not to think on it any further. Well, either way, you can't exactly enjoy your day out knowing you left a hungry cat. Especially when you could have done something to help. So, what to do about the hungry cat? Right? Alright. Not yet. So, what to do about the hungry cat? Look around the area. You glance around the dog danger alley. You see only carpet bags, trash bins, empty cardboard boxes, and shattered litter here and there. If there were something for the cat to eat, surely it would have found it by now. But you don't want to just give up so easily. Keep looking. You look and only see garbage. You sniff and you only smell garbage. You listen. The scritch. You can just barely make out the sound of a faint scurrying by a trash bin a few feet away. Crowley, oh, so Crowley, you creep over the bin and you lunge. Crash. You aren't very graceful in your attempt. Someone knocked over a stack of nearby boxes full of trash, but as you stand up, you have it in your hand. It's a small mouse. Squeak, squeak. A mouse squeaks and shrieks in distress, wriggling and struggling desperately in your grip. And you're holding it too lightly and carefully for it to be able to bite or scratch you, Joe. It wears itself out eventually and looks up at you with black eyes. It's completely on your at mercy. Feed mouse to cat. Bite. Mouse looks scared as if it can sense your intentions. It weakly starts to struggle again. Squeak, squeak, squeak. No, mouse is reluctant. Feed it to the cat. Let's see what happens. If you get the mouse to the cat. Meow. The cat tears it apart instantly. Squeak, 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 squeak. The mouse paint, squeaks, and squirrels pierce through you until they're abruptly cut off. Satisfied, the cat meow mows happily at you when tensing its chains. Meow. The cat curls up and then now blunt state box and goes to sleep. You take the chance to leave. A well-fed cat will likely follow you home after all, and cute as the cat is, you really can't afford a pet right now. Still feeling a little guilty about the mouse, you decide you just go home. You. After a long walk, you finally enter your apartment. You head straight to your room. And collapse on your bed, falling into a fitful sleep. Later, you wake up. Switch, switch. Screech, screech, screech. Oh god. The two screeching and scurrying noises are around you, so loud and constant they sound like screams in the darkness of your room. You see the shifting shadow of hundreds of mice surrounding your bed. You cut around, but you cry out as twin lances of pain race up your legs. The horde of mice dodging you as you crash into the ground. You can't stand up, looking back and squinting in the dark. You just about make out the source of your pain. The flesh and tendons on your heels and ankles have mangled, bitten through your socks. No, 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 leave me alone. Desperate, you crawl with only your arms toward the door. The mice descend upon you, biting into your skin, gnawing away pieces of you. Well, that's death. You start to fade in and out of consciousness, but you still reach up for the doorknob. Your arm, your arm heavy, weighed down by the mice clinging to it with the little claws and tiny teeth. You manage to jostle the doorknob enough to slowly swing it open. Well, but your stretched out arms only falls to the ground, lifeless. The mice manage to chew through the flesh and bone of your now dismembered limb. As a few mice creep forward to curiously inspect your arm, you stare blankly at it for a moment before sliding your gaze up. The newly opened door sits a familiar-looking mouse. It stares at you, the darkness in its spidey black eyes. You can't begin to measure their depths, nor the hatred pouring out from within. All of it. Aimed at you. Ah! You collapse, head hitting the floor as your arm is eaten away as well. You're not sure how you're still conscious. The pain should be indesirable. Yet you just feel a cold sense of loss. The mice have flashes around your back now, gnawing and ripping their way between your shoulder blades, into your back, into your chest. Cough, cough. You weakly cough up blood. They must have done damage to something important. You feel something being pulled out of you, and in between the moments that blanket Blankets of darkness fade out of your vision. Splat. You hear something wet plop on the ground in front of you. You pry your eyes open and see it in front of the mouse. Barely shaped red with your blood and pulsating. Oh, that's your heart, isn't it? And other mice all descend upon it, abandoning your half-eaten body. You're losing a lot of blood. You feel sleepy, but you also feel anger? Yes. So much anger. How dare they? How dare they? The last thing you see before your vision fails you is a pair of glowing eyes leering from the darkness beyond the doorway. You hear, you can hear screeks and shrieks of terrors all around you. Low growls, deep snarls, gashing teeth, tearing flesh. As your remaining senses leave you, you smile weakly with the last of your strength when something with soft, slightly damp, sticky fur nurses your cheek. Purr. Good kitty. Kenny 27. Well fed. Jesus. Sure. Spit a mouse. Meow. You can hear that the cat's stomach growling. Must be hungry, so hungry. Must be starving. Maw. You know the cat is hungry. Why are you hesitating? You can't pray for the cat's sake, didn't you? Are you really going to value the life of a filthy rodent more than the cat's? Well, that's another ending. You're mocking me, aren't you? Last chance. And over there, pray no. Spat a mouse. You let the mouse go. It scurries away, screeching into a tiny hole in the wall, but you don't pay it much mind. You don't flinch as your giant claw paw slowly falls in front of you, blocking the path to the other entrance. Now that you had any delusions about escaping, the cat is hungry after all. Close your eyes and the acceptance as the paw gently pulls you back, and chomp. Cat is not fed. It life fed. Okay, that's the same ending. Feed the cat. Yeah, let's get this. You dig into your pockets. You find a piece of spring in your pocket, not very helpful. It's far too short. An eager and excited cat leaping for it could easily lead to you getting bit and scratched. In your right pocket is a bar of chocolate. You found a chocolate bar. Is it? No, it's not even expired. Quite a find indeed. You're about to offer it to the cat. But suddenly you're hit with the guilt as you remember something gut curdling. Chocolate is toxic to cats. Oh my gosh, I'm so. Resist the urge to vomit at your near mistake. You feel so guilty you throw the chocolate bar away into a nearby trash bin and almost cat killed it doesn't deserve chocolate. You go back to the cat, barely able to stand its innocent, afflictive expression. Well, yes, even though you almost. Ah, I'm sorry. So sorry. I don't even know what to say. Man. Meow. You're a horrible person. You know what? Stay there. I'll be right back. Meow. You leave the alley and return with a whole fish you bought at a nearby grocery shop. It was a bit pricey, but it was the least you could do. Meow. The cat eagerly accepts your offering, munching happily at the fish after you to place it in its box. Meow meow. Meow. You want to smile at the sight, but you've Just feel so awful. Sorry again. The cat seemingly pays you no mind as you slip back out of the alley. Not feeling like you deserve a peaceful day out, you decide to just head back home. Meow. On the way home, you notice more cats than usual watching you from their hiding spots. But you try not to think about it, and you can't help but wonder if they know what you'd nearly done. But it's not like you meant to hurt anyone, right? You finally reach your apartment building, and you're about to unlock the door when... You look behind you and only see a dozen cats standing there, looking at you. Did they see you feeding the cat in the alley and thought that you had more food for all of them? I'm sorry, I don't have any more food for you. None of them move an inch. You're starting to feel a little unnerved when finally a single cat pushes way to the front and... Oh, it's... Held carefully between its teeth is the chocolate bar you'd thrown away earlier. It places the chocolate bar down in front of you before looking up at you. All the cats look at you. You can feel their judgment. You feel your sins weighing down heavily on your back. But without money to buy enough food for them all, you don't know what to do. Hmm. Go inside. You decide to cut your losses and head inside. Your sins weigh down on you, but you're only human. What more can you do? Jeez. You try to ignore the yelling of the neighborhood cats as you go about your chores. You could say preparing dinner, but how could you enjoy it knowing how hungry those poor cats are outside? The ones you've wronged. You decide to take a bath and go straight to bed without dinner. A fitting punishment for someone like you. You forgo the fancy bath bubbles because you don't deserve them and sink into the water with a sigh. Your mind races, but you can't really think of any immediate solution that doesn't require more money. You wish there was anything you could do to make things right. Suddenly, your legs start to feel really itchy. You try to lift one to see what's going on, but what rises out of the water isn't a pair of legs. It's a fishtail. You feel dizzy at the sight, and maybe you're hallucinating from the stress. You try to climb out of the tub to cool your head, but instead your hand wising up to brace itself. A wet fin stretches out to plop out the rim. It's too weak to hold your weight, and you're so startled by the sight. That's to slip and smack your head on the side of the tub after passing out almost immediately. You're awake, you think anyways. You open your eyes. You're on the water. You must asleep beneath the surface of the water and you gasped instantly, except not really. You willingly push out your mouth and up to the surface, and it broke it as heck. So you know your bath isn't that big. Did did you shrink? For how? And even if there was a reasonable answer, it wouldn't explain how you haven't drowned yet. You swim to the edge of the tub and you see the truth in your shadow silhouette. You've been turned into a fish. This is this is impossible. You don't get any time to ponder over this unfortunate then a shadow looms over you from above. You look and see the cat. It peers down at you from beyond the water surface. And then you realize this is the answer. This is how you're meant to atone with a heavy heart. You swim up to the surface. Meow. The cat scoops you up, tossing you out of the tub onto the bath tiles. As you flop around, gasping for air or water, you realize the cat wasn't alone. There's enough hungry eyes peer down at you. You can hear the growling of what sounds like hundreds of cats outside your bathroom window. You send one last look to the cat before closing your eyes and accepting your fate. As the cat descends upon you, tearing at your flesh, you find yourself mourning the fact that you're not even big enough to feed them all. Even in the end, you'll probably have to return your everything your life, all of it, amount to nothing. Amount 25. Alright, let's check what their other one here is. Beg for a collapse to your knees and bow down at low as you start to earnestly beg for their mercy. I'm trying to ask her, I do anything to make it up to all of you, but you're out of options, generally. Choke. You feel something stir in your stomach and swim its way up to your throat, closing it off your airways as you try to force its way out of your, whatever that is. Blah. It finally succeeds with aid from your helpless gagging. Blah. What they're on the ground in front of you is a flopping fish. He just drew up a living fish. What the hell? The catch him rushing forward, all tearing, hugging at the fish. You're happy to finally be of help, truly. Truly, but how? Blah. He drew up another fish. Blah. And another. And another. And another. Your stomach hurts. You're getting dizzy. You fall to your knees. Tears and snot are streaming down your face by the time you cough up a final tiny bloody fish and collapse forward. Your throat and stomach are both burning in a way that feels dangerous. You start to fade out. Despite pain, you strangely feel a more overwhelming sense of hopeful pride. You've made up for your disgusting actions. That you've been forgiven. The sound of happy cats marching away at the fish fills your ears. Then you feel something being nudged into your hand. It feels like it's the bar of chocolate you'd found in your pockets. You smile weakly. You specifically your tone, but you don't really have the strength to eat your reward. And the last taste in your mouth as you leave this mortal coil doesn't get to be that chop, but a raw fish. And in 24. But alright, we're gonna leave this here. If you guys enjoyed, maybe leave a like, comment, subscribe. This we will be definitely looking at getting some more of the endings. This seems actually kind of cool and interesting. Weird, but cool. We'll catch you all on the next one. Bye.